My favorite shloka from the Bhagavad Gita is 9.34, and I'll be speaking on it. So, Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishasi yuktvavam atmanam madparayanaha. So the translation of this shloka is engage your mind always in thinking of me, become my devotee, offer obeisances to me, and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. So the theme of this verse is to worship Krishna directly. And in this verse, it is clearly stated that Krishna consciousness is the only means of deliverance from the material world. So how do we worship Krishna directly? Engage your mind in thinking of him, become his devotee, offer obeisances to him, and worship him. So before, I would like to say that Krishna is absolute. The unscrupulous commentators of the Bhagavad Gita, they refer to Krishna's mind in this verse. And they do not know that there is no difference between Krishna's mind and Krishna. And what our response to this is that the Lord is absolute. His body, his mind, he himself, and everything about him is one, and all are absolute. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj quotes from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. There is no difference between Krishna and his body. We are composed of the subtle and gross bodies. The subtle body consists of intelligence, mind, and ego. And the gross body is made of the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And we are covered by the things in the subtle body, but Krishna isn't, since he is absolute, which means that he can do things that we cannot do. For example, he can eat through his ears, or even run through with his hands or his nose. He can do many things that we cannot do. So, and another thing is from the Sri Brahma Samhita 5.32. Angani yasya salakendriya vrittimanti pasyanti panti kalayanti chiram jaganti ananda chinmaya satujvala vigrahasya govindam adipurusham tamaham bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, whose transcendental form is full of bliss, truth, substantiality, and is thus full of the most dazzling splendor. Each of the limbs of that transcendental figure possesses in himself the full-fledged functions of all the organs, and eternally sees, maintains, manifests the infinite universes, both spiritual and mundane. Next slide. So the first thing that Krishna says is to engage your mind in thinking of him. So how do we engage our mind in thinking of Krishna? So the first way to do is to meditate on his transcendental form and his activities. The second thing that you can do is have conviction that Krishna is the supreme. The third thing that you can do is perform service to Krishna. So why should we engage our mind in the service of Krishna? So we should do this because whenever we think about something, then we feel something, or we feel emotions. And after that, based on those emotions, we proceed to do activities that surround the thing that we think about. So in this way, if we think about Krishna, our emotions will be centered around Krishna, and we will perform activities in service to him. And another example of whenever we think about something is if we think about like some sports like soccer or cricket. So if it's on our mind, then we'll feel something, like we'll feel worried or about the score of the match, or we'll feel excited or anything. And then after that, we proceed to do activities, like we will research it up, or we'll try to watch it on TV to find out the score. And just like I said, if we do these things centered around Krishna, then we will perform service in him, and then we can become a devotee of Krishna. So, and another thing that we shouldn't do is think of Krishna with the demoniac mentality, because that is unfavorable to both bhakti and to Krishna, because we always have to think of Krishna favorably. So the last two things that Krishna says to do to him is to worship Krishna and to pay obeisances to him. So the deities are non-different from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they are just a type of incarnation called Archavigraha. And when we enter the temple, we pay obeisances to them with pure love, and then we perform arati to the Lord. So why should we pay obeisances? Humility. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are nothing. He is the Supreme Proprietor, and we are all just his fragments. We are his eternal devotees, and we should become humble and accept his supremacy. Respect. We should offer a respect to the eldest of all, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And in the Vedic tradition, the best way to do this is to offer obeisances. And devotional service. Offering obeisances is an important part of devotional service because in which the devotee confirms his submission. Oh wait, sorry. So, and what does obeisance mean? It is the translation of the word namaha. Namaha is comprised of na, which means negation, and ma, which means false ego. And when you combine those two, you get negation of false ego. And so some obeisances that we recite when we enter the temple might be like Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Devaki Nandanaya cha, Nandagopa Kumaraya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. And so after we worship Krishna and we pay obeisances to him, just like Krishna says in the 34th sloka of the 9th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, we will become completely absorbed in Krishna, and thus, as he says perfectly, we will go back to him. So, Hare Krishna, dear devotees, and thank you for listening. And if I made any mistakes, please forgive me. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I think.
Hare Krishna. Wow. Amazing. So, Ryan Prabhu, what sources did you take while making this?
So Prabhuji, so I mainly got it from the purport of the shloka that Prabhupada wrote, and then my mom found some lectures from Gauranga Darshan Das and Chaitanya Charan Das, so I also got it from them too.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing. Thank you for sharing. You did a great job, and you prepared the PowerPoint yourself?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Let's give a big round of applause to Ryan Prabhu. 3 times loudly chanting Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Ram Prabhu ki jai. Very nice, Prabhuji.
Very nice.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, was this recorded?
Yes,
Did we
this is
record
recorded. Yeah.
Okay, thank you Prabhuji, just wanted to know.
Very nice. Well done.
Well presented, Ryan. Very nice.
Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, great job.
Mataji, all glories goes to Abhiram Prabhuji and his teachers here. They did excellent job. They actually encouraged him to make slides, and they really take good care of the kids here.
In the Austin school?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Very nice, very nice. So how frequently are they having classes now?
No, this is their winter break, Prabhuji. At December 13th, they ended the year. They go like a school year, like that.
Yeah. Sunday school, which they
Sunday
have.
school
So Sunday
they have.
school got over on 13 December, and I think the next is starting in January.
So it was like a complete school.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, great. All glories to Ryan Prabhu, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Ryan Prabhu's parents. Very, very good.
Prabhuji, we did not
Your efforts are manifesting. Excellent. Very well.